What's going on YouTube? Kaioken coming at you with a black and white battle. This is PU against Sucker4Jessica or Kashif. I actually met him the other day when I went to Pokemon Battle Roads and we didn't get to battle then or play each other. So we decided to battle like I don't know 2 nights ago. Anyway, so I don't know shit about PU and neither did he. So we kind of just picked random poop and yeah, that's pretty much it. I got kind of fire, water, grass thing going on, and a masquerade and a gigalith and masquerade. So I figured I'd just lead with make gigalith my lead regardless. And yeah, I thought I might lead with tentacool or something else, but I was just like fuck it, lead with gigalith because why not? And we had just had a battle prior, so uh, we kind of know each other's sets to some extent, but not the full sets. Anyway, so last time he switched out, and I set up my stealth rock. So this is how I figured I might as well stay in because you might set up toxic spikes or whatever. But he doesn't have toxic spikes, but I didn't know that at this time. So he's just gonna skull and get the burn. I'm like, all right, there's a 70% chance of that not happening. But it's whatever, it's fine. So now I'm just gonna go into Zaka Jr. Fuck Meganium as he goes for the confuse ray, and I'm like, well, fuck me. So now I'm just gonna go for the toxic because I know he's gonna switch into something. I'm not too sure what, but I know he's not gonna stay in. And I get the toxic off on the Pidgeot, which is alright, I guess. Pidgeot doesn't have guts or anything. And here, I know he won't really want to go for the Brave Bird because it's kind of early on. So I'm just gonna go into my Muck and take the U-turn. I was kind of thinking in the back of my mind he might be a special attacker, so I was kind of wary about sending in Muck. Um, but I guess Muck could take a Hurricane, but not if it specs. I don't think I could. Anyway, he's gonna switch U-turn into camera. I'm just gonna go into Dugong. And Dugong is I like using Dugong, but it sucks. Um, I go for the Scald here. He switches out in the Rotom, and of course I don't get the burn. Like why would I? Helpful note: Dugong does not get Scald, so yeah. But I didn't know that at the time of this battle. Not like it made a big difference anyway. But whatever. So I'm gonna go into Muck here because I'm figuring he's gonna go for a Volt Switch. Or maybe he might go for a trick, take my Black Sludge or whatever. So he goes into Pidgeot. And I'm like, fuck. Well, I guess I'll stay in because I don't really want to switch into anything. And looking at that damage, I have some defense EV, so I'm pretty certain that his Pidgeot is banded. But, wait, what am I saying? But, so I'm just going to go into Gigalith. And I'm not going to set up rocks. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge here, as opposed to setting up rock, because I know he still has Tentacle lying around. But of course, I missed the Stone Edge. So I'm like, I mean, well, I am burned, so it wouldn't really make that big of a difference. But, extra damage is always nice. So I'm just going to switch into my Masquerain, so hopes I can start setting up, because at this point, I still think he has Toxic Spikes. So I'm like, alright, he's going to set up Toxic Spikes or whatever. And he actually goes for the Confuse Ray, so I'm like, alright, well, Masquerain is not an idiot, but I hit myself in Confusion. I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever, go for the Scald. I don't think he gets the burn here, which is good. I'm like, all right, so now I guess I can do something like Butterfly Dance or Energy Ball. But no, hit myself in Confusion again, and Masquerain dies because my Masquerain is a fucking idiot. So I'm like, well, fuck me, eh? So I'm just gonna go into Rapidash. I I really want to go for the Wild Charge, but I didn't want him to just go out into Camerupt. So I went for the Flare Blitz and just went for the knockoff. So now I know his full moveset, and I was just like, fuck, he didn't have Toxic Spikes at all. That kind of threw me off. But then again, it is Kashif, so I should know he doesn't run standard shit. So I'm just gonna go for the Morning Sun on the switch, and I'm like, well, he brings in the camera up, so I gotta switch out into Dugong. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I almost said. You go for the Rock Polish. I don't think he would be an offensive set since he has Stealth Rocks. Because I actually have a camera up. I made a defensive set and an offensive set separately. But yeah, so he's gonna switch out. I forgot that Parasite gets dry skin, even though earlier this day when we had this battle, I was talking about this with some of my other friends that Dugong gets dry skin. But I kind of forgot about it, so I just went for the Skull like a derp, and yeah. So next turn, I'm just gonna go for Ice Beam as he goes for the Swagger, and I get confused. So I'm just like, I guess I'll stay and see what he's gonna do. But of course, I hit myself because I wanted to go for the Ice Beam. I think if I went for the Ice Beam and got it off, then the next Ice Beam coming up would have killed the Parasect. I'm pretty sure I hit the next Ice Beam, or do I hurt myself in confusion? Yeah, no, I hit the Ice Beam. But, if I had not hit myself in confusion the turn before, I could have, just killed this Parasect and Dugong wouldn't be asleep. But it's not that big of a deal because my Dugong is Rest Talk. So, I mean, I really didn't know what else to do for Dugong, so I figured Rest Talk would be the best way to go. But it doesn't even learn Scald. That was just a sad error on my part, just assuming it Scald. But yeah. So I figure now would be the time to get in here and set up my rocks. Even though the better play would have been for me going to Meganium. And after I sent out my Gigalith, I'm like, fuck. I should have went to Meganium. Aromatherapy. I would have been able to absorb the spore or the leech seed. But I didn't know his full set at this time. I didn't know that he doesn't have any offensive moves because I was really fearing the bug move if I went into Meganium. So he's just gonna go for the Swagger, and I hit myself in confusion again. So no stealth rocks for me. So this battle is just not going in my favor at all. So I think now was around the time where I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go in here and hope he doesn't have any bug move. And then he shows me the Stun Spore. So I'm like, wow, this nigga has no offensive moves, and I was fearing the X-Scissor, or I guess X is the only bug move Parasect would get. I was just like, why was... God damn it, Kashif. So I'm going to go for the Leech Seed, predicting him to switch out. He went for the Stun Spore, expecting me to switch out? No, maybe. I think. It was like right there, but I missed it because I looked down because something. So he's going to go for the... No, he missed Swagger, I think. Yeah, I think he missed Swagger. So he's going to go for the Swagger now, and I'm like, fuck, now I'm not going to get a hit off. But somehow, miraculously, I get the Aromatherapy off. Even though, when my Pokemon were confused and had a better chance of not hitting themselves, hit themselves. So I'm like, wow, I can break through Parafusion, but not regular confusion. That's really stupid. So I'm just going to switch out into Dugong now, because I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the Spore again. Why did I go? Oh, I wanted to get rid of the paralysis on, whatchamacallit, on Meganium. That's on for the Aromatherapy there. I could have just switched out for the confusion, but it didn't really matter, because fuck, it didn't. So here, I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk. And I'm going to Sleep Talk Scald, which is, always plus. And I'm like, yes, I Sleep Talk Scald. Maybe I'll get the burn. But it's me, so I'm not going to get the burn. And that made me really sad in my pants. So now he's going to go for the Trick. And he gets leftovers, and I get a Choice Scarf. So I'm like, alright, I can use a fast Sleep Talk. And what do I get? I get Ice Beam. I'm like, alright, actually, I think that Rhoda might have died if I got my rocks up. Maybe. Oh, no, I Slept Talk that turn, and that's before he tricked me. So now he's going to Volt Switch. I'm like, alright, I can definitely take one of these. Wait a minute, why am I dead? Because he gets a crit. I'm like, god damn it, Kashif, stop haxing me! Just trying to have some fun playing Pokemon and shit. But yeah, if I had rocks up, this Pidgeot would be almost dead too. So here, I'm just going to go into my Rapidash, because I figure it's the only thing I can go into, really. I really wasn't expecting the Quick Attack, even though I knew he was banded. I don't know why I wasn't. I should have just switched out into... No, I couldn't have switched out, because at this point, I only have Rapidash and Meganium left. So now he goes into Camerupt, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Well, I guess I'll just Flare Blitz, because I can't Morning Sun, because if I do, he'll just kill me with Earth Power, so I might as well get some damage. And now I find out he's Life Orb, so yeah. So now what I have left is my Meganium, which is not statused at all and almost at full HP, so I'm like, well, I pretty much lost here. So I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain. I'm like, maybe he'll miss a Fire Blast. Maybe I'll get some hacks in my favor. And he misses Fire Blast, so I'm like, alright, things are looking up for me right now. And I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain again, and I'll kill him. I wasn't sure if that one would kill based on min-max damage, but it did. So now I'm going to go for the Giga Drain, and I don't kill a Parasect. If I had rocks up, for my Gigalith not being a fucking idiot, Parasect would have died, and this wouldn't have been a problem at all. So now he's going to go for the Spore, and I'm just like, well, dicks, because now I'm asleep, and he's going to go for the Swagger, and I'm just like, fuck, now I'm guaranteed to lose. So at this point, I'm thinking it's pretty much over, and why is my mic so close to my mouth? So, he's gonna die to poison, and I'm like, well, fuck, huh? And now he's gonna go to Roam and go to Blizzard, and I'm like, alright, I guess this is GG, because I'm probably gonna stay asleep. So I'm just gonna stay in and just do dick. So, but I live, and I'm like, maybe I'll get a first turn wake, and I actually do. Now I gotta break through confusion. I do break through confusion, and I end up getting off a Giga Drain. So I'm like, alright, this is looking alright now. I think you should have Stun Spore instead of put me to sleep, though, and then, Well, no, because then his Parasect would have died. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't have woken up though. But it's just gonna go with Pikachu and kill me now. So that's gonna be a good game. So remember to check out Kashif and Conversations Comment first. Good jazz, Kaioken. Catch you next time. Later.